Sleepers Podcast. It is Thursday, September 11th. Moment of silence for the victims of a senseless tragedy years and years ago.
Only right. Crazy you still remember what happened that day. That was a wild day in school.
Did you just interrupt our moment of silence?
Oh, I thought the moment of silence was over. Sorry.
Who are you to think that you can define when my moment of silence ends?
Yeah, that's rude of me. Sorry.
It's all right. Thank you. We're done. Welcome to the program, everybody. How are you today, Cart?
Doing all right. G can't complain. The weather's getting a little bit nippier outside, which I'm a fan of because I'm a big sweats guy. So like it's starting to approach optimal sweats weather, which I'm very much in for.
Mm,
Because I love a good hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Good hoodie, good pair of sweatpants,
yeah.
throwing my UGG slippers,
Yeah.
feeling good.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you a seasonal human being?
Yeah, very.
Yeah, me too. I think we've talked about this on the program before. I strongly believe every human being has one specific season where they are roughly 50% more attractive than they are in the others. So
Mm.
probably shouldn't surprise anybody. Mine is winter. And I feel like you'd be a fall guy.
I am. I think I'm at my best in the fall for sure. I,
Yeah,
I,
I could see
I
that.
would say. Can
Yeah.
I ask you a personal question?
Would love to.
How many current fantasy teams do you have?
Two.
Only two. Is that light for you?
Ugh, forgot. Two NFL ones. Those are the only ones I count as like fantasy teams. I have a college football one because the Sleepers League asked me to do it.
Got you. So as far as your NFL fantasy teams, you have two of them. Is one a keepers dynasty type situation?
One is the big Jeff Goodman group. That's the one I now care about the most.
Okay.
Goodman, Borzello. I'm just name dropping all these college basketball media people in it, but it's basically our big Scrapple group chat in fantasy football form. Yeah, year four of that league. Evan Miyakawa is my biggest rival. I call him the computer, and I call his co-owner Riley the mouse. And anytime we text in the group chat, I say that one can't be without the other. But yeah, fun times, chaotic end to week one where I beat the computer and the mouse in the final Roma Dunze touchdown.
Yeah.
I got double points to beat him by 1 point.
Whoa. See, so that's where I was going to ask. I was going to ask you how our first week of fantasy sports go.
Dramatic comeback victory. Yeah, 2-0. 2-0 for me to beat them. Again, big rivalry win. That one matters. We were shit talking the entire time. So, yeah.
Didn't you go heavy Bears for
I
your
have
fantasy team?
I have Caleb Williams, Roma Dunze, DJ Moore, Colston Loveland. Basically, anyone Caleb would throw a pass to is my starting receiver. And then I had Justin Jefferson, and I just traded for JJ McCarthy. So my team is now Bears and Vikings stack, and I'm just all in on those two teams being chaotic.
All right. I mean, it's a bold strategy, one that could probably work out for you. But yeah, I was just sorry you want to know in both your fantasy teams.
I think I split in the other one because you get a point for your head to head and a point for being top or bottom half of the league. So
Oh,
yeah, combine 3-1 through 1 week in my fantasy leagues.
we'll take that, right?
I mean, I'm here to win championships. Ring culture is a big thing in the family football fantasy football league, and I was the inaugural champion. I am the winningest franchise in the league. History books show that I have the most wins, the highest win percentage, everything. Some people accuse me of gimmicks. I employed a groundbreaking four tight end strategy last year that shattered the league, and this year I'm all in on the Bears. Ben Johnson is the team name this year. But it's off to a good start. The algorithm has nothing for me.
Listen, it's a massive day. Anytime we can get the win over the metrics, get the win over the computers, it's what separates. We're killers, and you can't put in an algorithm for killers.
Were you uncomfortable with the moment of silence September 11th opening, and that's why you pivoted to fantasy football? Because I feel like it's very unlike you to want to talk fantasy football, and you were just looking for like a quick pivot out of the conversation.
No, it definitely wasn't, but maybe it did work out for the best because, like, I don't know if my thoughts on that matter. Like,
Yeah, I don't even want to know what you mean by that. So,
it was such a sad day.
horrible day.
It's an awful day, and then it's always coincides with like Zach Hurst, who's a really good friend of ours. Like his birthday is this week. Also, his wedding anniversary is today.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, don't know how to concept. No, but I was truthfully asking because I feel like I get this rap that I don't like fantasy sports, which I don't, but I think I like it in small doses. Like if I'm in one league and just once a year, like I'm not doing like an NBA or anything like that. I just want to do one NFL fantasy league, and I'll probably stink it up, but at least I can put it all into that one team.
Interesting. I feel like that's new for you. In the past, you haven't even liked that.
I'm a father now, Greg.
Yeah. True. Evolution.
Almost a father of a 1-year-old.
Yeah. When's his birthday?
Saturday.
Oh, it's actually on the day of the party? That's cool.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Love that.
It is, and I timed it out too. So his 21st birthday will also be on a Saturday. Good for him.
You looked that up.
Yeah,
That's insane.
yeah. My dog's gonna go crazy.
Special fathering. Are you gonna
So
be the type of dad that like lets your kid drink?
no.
Like, how are you gonna be? Because some parents are like a no tolerance policy, don't even be around it. It's not in the house. Some parents are like, just do it responsibly. I'm gonna teach you. Always get a cab, an Uber home. Always have a designated driver. Drink in moderation. And then you've got like I would say probably really problematic parents that like let their kids drink with them in high school and are funneling them
Yeah.
alcohol. So, how do you think you'll be as a parent?
I think to start off, I'm gonna act like it's okay and then like punish them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna make it an inviting environment and I'm like, what the fuck, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Who do you
You're not
think you
old enough.
are?
Who do you think you are? And I'm gonna have the cops there, and I'm gonna have the cops arrest them. That'll scare them, and then from that point we'll work from
You're
there.
gonna call 12?
Yeah, I'm gonna call 12.
That's crazy.
Why is that crazy?
I just think that's a step too far. I think you could get the message home the same way
Oh,
without.
no, oh no, I think you got me I'm massive snitch. Massive snitch. I will call people at any time. Like I will snitch.
So just to, so I have this correct. Like if someone in your life did something really wrong
Hmm.
and really inappropriate and really troubling that could
Hmm.
potentially affect a lot of people, young people, if someone did something wrong and you knew about it, you would tell the authorities on them.
Immediately. 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 I would tell them, I would point to them. I would, you know, you set it up for me, I'd spike that case right down just then, easily.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I'm a like you know what I'm saying? Like you know how people are like, free him or something like that, or they're in the interrogation room, like I'm not telling. I'm telling. You give me a turkey sandwich, a Diet Coke, and a bag of Vicky's sea salt chips, I'll tell you after I eat.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like you're Ryan. I mean, lying. My bad.
Yeah, yes. I mean, yesterday at the golf
Figured.
course, funny, this is a true story. The guy in our group on the course, right? He brought cutwaters with him, and the league we were held up because there were some slow guys in front of us. So it got dark by the end of our round, and they're like, "Y'all got to come in, like bring it in." Basically, like we want to leave the golf course, bring the carts in. So we bring them in, and they're like clearing out the carts, and they're like, "What is this?" And they hold up the cutwater, and they look at the group and they're like, "We don't sell these guys. This is the last time. Like who brought this?" And everyone in the group's just like all quiet. And I was like, "He brought them. It was him." And even afterwards, they're like, "Damn, Cardi, you snitched quick as hell." I'm like, "Yeah, they were his."
Yeah.
She was looking
You,
at me like they were mine. They were
do you
his.
think you get that from your mother or your father or both? Who's the snitch in the Elliott family?
Mother.
Mary Rose, a little bit of a Karen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
My mother is the biggest snitch I know, for sure.
Really?
Yeah, she used to have a police scanner and she would listen to the local police and love it.
That's crazy.
Crazy, yeah. Wild times.
Those are wild, wild times. Should we get to the YouTube comment of the day?
I don't know. Should we abandon this entire banter and restart? I feel like this is a dangerous episode. I
It's
genuinely
great.
am asking, should we?
No, we're gonna keep moving.
You sure?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, let's keep on moving. Why not?
Okay. All right.
Let's go to the YouTube comment of the day here. Do, 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 da, 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 da. All right, let's go with. I hate how the new YouTube studio always does most relevant comments first instead of newest. That was like a change that just happened. Bad app update. Jerry, I just unsubscribed. Kentucky fans don't want to be Duke. We're the greatest program on the planet. You've got to be on crack, Greg. Bye, Felicia.
Mm. That seems like a thing a rational fan base that wasn't comparing themselves sensitively to another fan base would do.
That's a classic, like, I'm not mad. Like, no, I'm not mad. Why? Do I look mad? Why would you say I'm mad?
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm not mad. I'm just never listening to you again. Okay.
Nah.
All right. All right, Big Blue.
Nah. Let's go ahead and make our way to the Discord comments. Please join the Discord. I would very much enjoy if you did so. It helps support Sleepers Media, so why not support us? Join
This what? Discord. This what? Discord.
Discord.
Yeah.
You can't spell Discord without Koi, who's the first comment today. Koi says, "Shout out to Mano CBB for finishing the first Discord recommended book." What the hell? We got a book club in the Discord?
All right, it might be time to kill the Discord.
Yeah, no. Listen, we've let a lot of stuff go, but
Guys,
that is a step to a book club.
guys, what we're not going to do is cultivate reading. We're not going to teach, we're not going to do books. That's
Is Greg built like Colleen Hoover? Hell yeah. But that doesn't mean that we read books in this Discord. What's wrong with y'all? Come on now.
J.K.
Movie.
Cowling, Carter Elliott.
What'd you just call me?
J.K. Cowling,
As in cow.
as in you are built like the dairy animal,
Would you milk me?
half black, half white, and large,
Wow. Wow.
with milkers.
Fucking polar bear. Turner 605. +3 through 7. What do I finish? Playing 9.
3 through 7. Well, I don't know what the last two holes are. I'm going to say +4.
Shot +5.
Ah, I was close.
Yeah, close to that one. Let's see. Sir Cam, I love hot dogs. First edition of Pick Three. Pick one individually and agree on the third. Among high majors, predict the leaders in 3-point percentage for players 7 feet or taller.
7 footers that are going to shoot threes.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could even name three. I don't know, like Tom Ivisic.
Yeah, Tomovicic will probably be the leader, I'm guessing, in 3-point
I think
percentage.
he's the best shooting big in the country.
Yeah, probably a Visage, right? And then
That's all
like
I got.
the other guys would be pretty like Jacobson could hit a three or two here.
I don't even think he would qualify for this unless
Does Mara take threes?
he won't. Tilly, I think, shoots a little bit,
Billy does shoot a little bit.
but yeah, I'm struggling to come up with 7 footers that shoot enough to qualify for this.
Yeah, tough exercise.
Big Z, it's probably the two Ivisic brothers.
It's the Visage family
Yeah.
is who's there. Um, Sid says, imagine we roll back our clocks to April 2024 and the following three things happen. Coleman never leaves Illinois and we don't get Big T. Jeremiah Fears reclass and comes to Illinois, but we don't get Kasparis. Luke Goody comes back for his senior year, but we never get Humrickhouse. The starting lineup becomes Fears, Kylan, Riley, Coleman, Merez with Goody off the bench. If everything else remains the same, do we have a better, similar, or worse season than we did last year?
Better in a million different ways. Merez is still at Illinois, feels like the centerpiece of all of this. Jeremiah Fears had an awesome season just like he had at Oklahoma. He's a lottery pick, and there's zero frustration toward him the way Illinois fans kind of ran out Casparis at the end. Yeah, and by all accounts, Coleman staying, this team would have been so much better than whatever they tried to put at the four. That team probably would have made another Elite Eight, possibly won the Big Ten, or at least competed with Michigan State for it. And it would be in a much healthier spot, in my opinion.
Yeah, that team's nasty, truly. Jesse J, what do you guys think about the trash AP pool system in both basketball and football after USC? I think we did a short on this.
Yeah, we discussed it yesterday a little bit.
Did you see the Josh Pate stuff about it?
No, I gotta watch it. I saw that it exists, but I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, I know you guys would give up one of Carter's. He also ended that with, I know you guys would give up one of Carter's toes for an AP vote. Why am I giving up one of my toes for an AP vote?
I really wouldn't. I don't want to vote in this. Like I would if someone asked us to because it would be like big for our careers to say we could do that, but I it's not like a goal to aspire for. It's not something I would enjoy doing, I don't think at all.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. Greg hates voting. Um,
That
moving on here, we have
was good. That was good.
all hail the Pope. I feel like everyone has shifted and picking Tennessee Saturday. Shouldn't that tell you Georgia wins by 28 plus, just like every year since is it Heupel has been hired?
Hi, Heupel. Yes, Heupel.
Heupel, Josh
Heupel.
Heupel.
Heupel. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched enough Georgia this year. I don't really love their quarterback. That's why I'm interested in fading Georgia. But I could see that being a coin flip game and will not be surprised if Georgia stomps Tennessee at all.
Yeah, same. All hail the Pope. Carter, how many Big Macs could you eat in an hour? So one, I can confidently say I've never had a Big Mac in my life. I've
That's
never had a
crazy.
Big Mac. Never had a Big Mac. And I say this all the time, folks. I
I'm
do.
not that fat.
No, it's not even I'm not that fat. It's that, you know what, you can, yeah, maybe I am that fat. But one thing I'm not is a fat ass. I mean, I have a fat ass, but I'm not a fat ass. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
don't eat like that. It's just
yeah,
true. You don't.
I don't eat like the person the size that I am.
So I don't even think it's people think you're like overweight though. I think it's you are such a large human being height wise even. People think that like a 6'8" dude is gonna inherently eat a lot more than a 6 foot person is going to. Like that's I think that just comes with the connotation. Like you would think a big basketball player, big football player has this huge appetite and eats a lot. So I think yeah, there is definitely people's expectation. People have said shit like that to you in front of me before in our comments, but I can say this truly from being with you for years. You really do not eat. You eat less than I eat when I want to eat. When I'm on like travel trips and I'm just not eating, that's one thing. But if it's a normal ass day in our hometown, I'm like, let's get some food. You eat significantly less than I do.
Yeah, it just is what it is. I'll try to eat more. How about that, people?
You did
Uh,
emerge from that gas station though with Reese's filled pretzels. I have
yeah,
no idea where those came from.
those are good. And there's a lot of slander thrown my way until hands got put into the actual bag, and those were special.
Yeah, I got some yesterday for here. They're
Did,
upstairs right now.
did
They're
you?
really good.
They're good, aren't they?
They're very, very good. Yeah.
Mutant Matt says, "Good morning, fellas. I do not think you or anyone else should be surprised that Purdue has changed its recruiting and portal strategies. You guys are right all along. Paint did have issues acquiring talented players in the portal, and his team did have basketball issues last season due to youth and lack of rim protection. These problems seem to be addressed. The real question Purdue faithful must ask ourselves is, does Paint watch sleepers? And if so, is Sleepers secretly the shadow GM of Purdue basketball? Should Sleepers launch a consultant department and generally manage wayward programs into success?"
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
You'd have to be okay with our no money back guarantee because
Yeah, true.
we could crash and burn your program.
We could do that.
Yeah. Also, we'd be terrible. We would, yeah, no, this is Paint doesn't listen to us. We don't even understand Paint. So
I understand paint.
we are told we don't understand Paint.
I understand paint.
You sure?
Oh yeah. Oh
Uh,
yes.
is there going to be a shift for you becoming Matt Painter's son instead of Brad Underwood's son?
No.
No.
I
Daddy
still
Matt.
love my dad.
Respect. Uh,
Cannot wait to take my dad down.
whoa. You're a Serbian boiler. Moving back to the SEC with Tennessee. Tennessee finishes top three in the SEC. Nate Ament has a better statistical season than one of Peterson, DeBansa, or Boozer. Tennessee has the fourth or worse Ken Palm defense in the SEC this year. They've been first every year Zakai Ziegler was on the team, second the year before he arrived, and sixth the year before that. Jacoby Gillespie has the best production of his career and finishes first team All SEC. Tennessee misses the tournament in the first season post lifetime contract.
Hmm.
There- So I think we start do we yeah we start with least likely.
Okay. I don't think they're missing the
They're
tournament.
not missing the tournament.
Yeah, I don't think they're missing the
I
tournament.
think I would go tournament. Then Nate Ament, statistical better season than Peterson, Devancer, Boozer. And then I would go Gillespie, first team All SEC. Then probably top three in SEC. Then the defense one.
I think I'd put Gillespie. Yeah, I'd put Gillespie one spot higher. But other than that, I agree with your order.
Okay, that
I
makes
think
sense.
he's gonna finish first team SEC. I think he's gonna be awesome.
Who's on the first team?
The full first team, off the top of my head, Otega Owe, Todd Pettiford, Jacoby Gillespie, one of the Florida bigs, probably Thomas Haw, and a fifth player that I can't think of right now.
Yeah, Gillespie is awesome for what it's worth, by the way. Um, let's see. CTK. With football underway and basketball rapidly approaching, it's getting closer to peak content engagement time for you guys. I assume that most of your subscribers' growth and new Discord member additions come during basketball season due to your content. I also assume that your growth has become exponential as the seasons have gone on. So with that in mind, is there a member total or subscriber amount you hope to get to by the end of March Madness this coming season? It's been cool to follow along as I have. Hope big things are coming for the sleepers this year.
Do you have an answer for that? I gotta let my dog in my office real quick, but I don't really my brain doesn't work like that as like a showrunner of this organization. I don't really have like a set number of followers as a target. I'm monitoring different success metrics.
Yeah, I don't look at that stuff because I don't do accomplishments. I don't do
Yeah.
milestones.
I think you can get swept up when you're trying to just do this every single day. I think you can get swept up if you are looking at the big picture like that. Like I am much more concerned with like day-to-day viewership than I am like how many people have clicked the subscribe button. Maybe I should change that, but I would say priorities for me right now, at least leading into the season, I want to grow our social presence more and more and more. I think we've done a good job of that this summer with Booby's help and some of the stuff that came out of Sleepers Got Talent. I'm very happy with where we're at in YouTube this summer. The off-season content was like almost double where it was last year in terms of viewership and just day-to-day returnees. We definitely had a 2 month period last summer where our stuff was just not really being viewed at anywhere near the level it was the rest of the year, and that didn't happen at all this year. This year, our off-season views have stayed not far off of where we are in season, which makes me optimistic that we've seen a big jump. So, yeah, there's not like a big, massive, I want to get to 100,000 subscribers one day goal for me. That would be really cool if it happened, but I kind of just more so care if people are watching us day to day. And right now I feel that we're in a healthy spot there.
Yeah, I honestly I don't have a number. Like I said, I don't do milestones or anything like that. I just head down, work, make it happen.
I
Um,
would like more
I
Discord
want
members.
I want a plaque.
Plaque would be cool.
Yeah, the little YouTube plaque.
I'll buy you a plaque. I would like more Discord members. If I could control one thing, like a huge influx of it, I'd love to get like 1,000 people in our Discord.
Yeah, that would be nice. Let's see here. War Chant says, Greg, with your daughter's love for ducks, how is she not gravitating towards being an Oregon Ducks fan? Personally, I would buy her some merch of the retired chief. Would you rather she like Duke or Oregon? I already know you rather her like the Illini as opposed to being a Dookie. That's honestly a good play. She would probably love being an Oregon Ducks fan.
Yeah, she likes ducks. The girl likes ducks.
And she would see Jackson Shelstad on TV and be like,
But
Dad, that's Uncle Carter.
she really likes Man Man. He's so big. So I think I don't know. It's gonna
What
be
about
hard to beat.
Nate Biddle's big?
It's gonna be hard to beat.
Actually, I'm not letting my niece be a fan of Nate Biddle. Not
I
on
gotta
my
be
watch.
honest. I'm not encouraging it, but I'm kind of hyped she's in the Brotherhood.
Oh,
I'm kind of
Craig.
into it. I'm kind of into it.
If I catch my niece singing every time we touch, I'm gonna lose it.
I think it would be really funny if my daughter grew up way more successful as a sports fan than Riley's son, and they went head to head. I think that would be hilarious.
That would be really funny. That would be extremely funny. Oh man, Theo's just in hell. Um, War Chant, I think you guys are going to be surprised by the number of Illini fans at the Indiana game. I know a lot of the Illini fans are going to that one. Who's more excited about their football program, Illinois fans or Indiana fans?
So I feel like I'm day by day educating a new football program, Illinois, who is now a football program. I'm educating their fans day to day on how this works. I don't mean to imply that there won't be a lot of Illinois fans going. There will be. It's a huge game. So there will be a lot of fans going from both sides. This will be one of the better traveled to Illinois away games, possibly the best traveled to Illinois away game of the year because of how big of a game it is. It's at night, it's a fun trip to make. Illinois fans are going to show out and buy tickets and go. It's going to be a ferocious environment that is a sellout for Indiana fans, too. When you go to a Michigan Ohio State football game, there are a lot of Michigan fans that go to that game compared to other games. There's a ton that go. Doesn't feel like there's a ton there when you get there because it's a sellout and Ohio State fans are breathing down your neck trying to kill you. That's what this is going to feel like. I think that's a new experience for Illinois fans. And I expect a very, very compelling game to watch with a terrifyingly scary home field advantage for Indiana. But it'll be fun to be there either way. Illinois fans will have a great time if they go.
Yeah, 100%. War Chant says rank the top five programs in the Big Ten in basketball and football combined.
Oh, it's hard for me not to put Illinois one right now.
Illinois is probably one right now.
I think Illinois is the big dog.
Illinois one,
I think I'd put Oregon too.
Oregon two, Ohio State three.
Just football is so good, we don't care about Diebler.
Yeah, and I think they might be okay this year.
I don't think I'd put Ohio State ahead of Michigan right now. I
Oh
mean, I
yeah,
hear it, but I
yeah,
think
no, yeah, probably.
Michigan's competent in both and beats Ohio State in football.
So Michigan, then Ohio State.
Trying to think who else. You could theoretically talk me into Wisconsin, but their football team's down. Penn State basketball is not good enough to qualify. Michigan State, if football's for real, is going to be up there.
Yeah,
But I think I'd go Michigan 3, Ohio State 4, USC or Michigan State 5. Probably Michigan State 5 right now.
let's go Michigan State five because I want to.
Indiana 5?
Nah, Michigan State five. War
I'd like to
Chant.
revise my answer to Indiana 5.
My answer is Michigan State at five. War Chant once again. Any chance Sleepers tries to go to an Illinois football game this year?
If
I don't
Brad
think
unblocks me.
it, if Brett unblocks you.
Yeah, excuse me. If Brett Bielema unblocks me on Twitter, I would love to be there.
All right. Sounds like a deal. But nah, glad you like that bedroom game.
Do we just
Oh,
call Vinay Vinay?
is it Vinay?
Vinay. Did you
Vin
forget who Vinay is?
Yeah, my fault, Vinay. Well, I was distracted because he said glad you like that bedroom game. I was like, boy, you better buy me dinner first. What's wrong with you? Here's a new one for each of your favorite basketball teams and Purdue. I love that he does that too in all everything one. I want you to assemble a core offense for a football team using basketball players. I'm gonna need one quarterback, one running back, one tight end, and two wide receivers. Which team ultimately has the best football offense?
Fun. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. All right, let's do Michigan first. I think Merez is my tight end. I think Elliot Cadeau is my running back.
Yep,
I think Will Cheddar is my quarterback.
yep.
And I think Yaxel and Roddy
When
Gale
Roddy Gay looks like a football player, I can see that.
or Namari. Probably let's go Yaxel and Gale as my receivers.
Okay,
I
I
don't
like that.
think that team's overly good at football.
Who's your quarterback?
Will Cheddar.
Will Cheddar.
Although
Yeah.
Winters Grady is coming for his job and the fan base wants him to win the job.
Yep, I can see that.
Yeah, dual threat with some shit to him. Winters Grady at QB.
Yeah.
Michigan State is Fears the quarterback or the running back?
I think I might put Fears as the quarterback. Because like he could also sell roughing the passer. You know what I'm saying? Like they graze his face mask and he just
He
dies
would
on the
sell
field.
that for sure. You can't flop at running back.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Fears at QB, Cohen Carr receiver or tight end.
Let's put Colin Carr at receiver at our running back. Let's go Trey Fort. little scat back, little
I like
Darren
that.
Sproles-esque.
I like that.
Um, and then tight end will go
Kohler's got to be the tight end.
Kohler, and then the wide receivers will go Cam Ward and Colin Carr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a really nasty football team.
That team might be the winner here. You got the
Yeah,
best receiving threats for sure. I don't trust Trey Ford on the ground for some reason. I think Jeremy Fears would probably have some issues, but I like it. Yeah, I like
we're
it.
running the option.
Illinois, Kylan is a star running back, like first team All Big Ten running back.
Wait, why are we doing Illinois?
Because I want to.
Oh, okay. That's not what Vinay asked
They
for.
said our favorite teams.
It's Vinay too, isn't it?
Yes, we know him personally.
Sorry, Vinay.
Kylan would be a star running back. I think Rickhouse would be a horrible quarterback, but like the starter that
Yeah,
you can't get rid of.
Merck is tight end. Or Big T.
Stojakovic would be a pretty boy receiver
Yeah.
who always does this.
Honestly, Stojakovic should be the quarterback.
I think he'd get hurt.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you put Keaton Wagler, one wide receiver, and I don't know. You put
Honestly, there's not enough guys who know what football is on this team to make a football team.
you
So,
gonna put Mahalo out there. He starts kicking the ball.
yeah, these guys want to play rugby. I don't know. Let's just ignore them. Purdue,
This would be the worst football team in the Big Ten.
they're, yeah, I don't like any of this. You probably got to make Braden the quarterback. Probably.
Or Fletch. No, Fletch is a receiver. Fletch is your receiver. No, one of CJ Cox is the running back.
Neither one of these guys would play quarterback.
Or
You know
maybe
what it
Braden.
is? Jack Benter's the quarterback.
Yep.
Jack Benter's the quarterback. CJ Cox is the running back. I think TKR is the tight end. And I think,
Shakari Harris and Braden are your little wide receivers.
yeah, honestly, Braden and Fletcher are like two little slot receivers.
Yeah, that team stinks at
That
football.
team's
Really,
horrible.
that team's horrible. But
Horrible.
thank you for that exercise.
Michigan State wins. That was fun.
Zamubafu. With all the KenPom talk today, which teams will have the highest difference between their offense and their defensive efficiencies? For example, last year Iowa was 18th in offense and 167th in defense.
I think it's some of the same coaches. Like Fran McCaffrey's at Penn now, and I think they'll be great on offense and horrible on defense.
Yeah, it would be some gimmicky team like that. Like there's a world where Texas A&M has a really good offense and their defense is awful.
McCaslin's too good. Oh, I
Huh?
thought you said Texas Tech. Excuse me. Yeah,
No, did I say Tech? I meant
you
A&M.
said A&M. That's my bad. Yeah,
Okay.
buckyball. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, something like that. 18th in offense and 167th in defense is crazy. Shout out to Fran, man. Um, Sleeve Nash says, Cart, I'm moving into a new home. You're the Amazon guy, so what things do I need to get from Amazon?
Give him some Amazon recommendations.
Sleeve, I'll be honest with you. I think Amazon's been getting over on us for a while. I've had to move away from my Amazon. Like it is it convenient? Yes. But it's become less convenient. Like I feel like I'm paying for Prime and I don't always get my stuff like on prime time. No pun intended. And also like Prime Day is a scam. They don't even do deals anymore. Like I feel like honestly, I would encourage you to get away from Amazon. I would encourage you to, go get some stuff from some other spots. Get your essentials. Target's always a good spot for that. Target has great deals on TVs. If you have a Costco near you, they have the open box return TVs. If you want to get that set up for your Illinois viewing. But yeah, I would get away from Amazon would be my best advice for you. But and my second best advice would be lock down a good couch. You don't want to have a home with a bad couch. Having a good couch, special for house vibes, house camaraderie, all that. Gotta have a nice couch.
There's a
So
lot of things you can do on a couch for sure.
yeah, facts. Wait, what?
You just want it to be comfy.
Comfy, comfy couch?
Yeah, you want. Just move on.
Okay.
Need
Let's
some knee
see here.
support.
War Chant. I would like to recognize the retirement from baseball as a Cub, as a Cub, Anthony Rizzo, and now Cubs ambassador. Anthony Rizzo will always have a spot in my heart and soul, being a part of being able to see my Cubbies win it all once in my lifetime. Thank you, Riz.
Great job, Anthony Rizzo. I'll always remember you for that one October that you mattered at all.
I'm Maynard. Last one today. This is a Happy Riley Friday comment, so I can't read that one today. I'm Maynard. Sorry, I'll save that.
Oh, cool.
So we're done for the day.
You're gonna miss Riley Friday tomorrow, aren't you?
I'm on tomorrow.
You're off tomorrow. You're not on the schedule.
I'm off Friday.
No, you're off both days.
For real?
You don't look at the schedule, do you?
No. Yes, I
Yeah.
wait. Yes, I do.
It's me and
I'm
Riley tomorrow.
what's the date tomorrow?
Card, it's September 11th tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Guess I am taking that day off.
Should we get to the show?
Yes.
Topic number one today, ESPN unveiled their new Big Monday lineup for college basketball season. Exciting times because when schedules like this, television programming is being announced, that usually means that we are getting closer and closer. We're 2 months away, and now we have quite a few primetime matchups to look forward to because ESPN will be doing Big Monday on 6 consecutive weeks of marquee conference matchups featuring teams in the ACC and the Big 12. You basically get one featured game per night from the ACC, one featured game per night from the Big 12, boosting up some midweek Monday nights in college basketball season. There are technically 12 matchups to break down here since there's one game from each conference in each Monday for 6 weeks. But a lot of Duke here, a lot of North Carolina here, as you would expect. Some Kansas, some Arizona, some Louisville. Louisville, actually, the team that is featured the most here, I believe. Louisville and Duke getting 3 games each in the big Monday series. Arizona also gets that many as well. So, give me your general reaction to the Big Monday announcement. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings seeing this new slate? And then maybe we can pick some winners.
Can I do something I haven't done for a long time?
Squeal?
No, I'd like to twerk and make it clap for ESPN.
Wow.
No, sorry. I like to twerk and clap for ESPN, not make it clap. That's
Got it.
crazy. That's crazy. But I love this. These are some great matchups. Like truthfully, I think that they are making sure that the big Monday holds true. I think there are some really good intriguing matchups on every single Monday, and there's not one matchup that I look at truthfully and I'm like that's disgusting.
Yeah. Well, depending on what Syracuse is, I don't know how big that
It's
Syracuse North
still we
Carolina
still get to
game will
see
be.
Kai and Anthony, so it can't be disgusting.
Sure, that's true. That's very true. Back when I was in college, I used to do something that I called hashtag Mallory Monday with my
Yeah.
now wife when I was just dating her. I would just basically Instagram post an embarrassing picture of my wife, Mal.
Your second best IG bit, I must say, of all time.
What was my best bit?
The Ray Shrim thing with TJ.
That was a good one too. Yeah, I had some good
That
IG
was a
bits
top
back in the
five
day.
bit.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. But anyways, Mallory Monday was fun for about 6 weeks. And then week 7, I was like, I should probably stop this if I'm gonna have a serious relationship with this girl. So yeah, I think this will be great for 6 weeks. Glad there isn't a seventh week, because how many times can we watch Hubert Davis's team and pretend we care in prime time? You know? Like if you picked maybe the Big Ten or the SEC, maybe there would be some bigger matchups and variation to choose from. This is basically let's watch Duke every Monday night, and North Carolina gets to mix in, and the Big 12 games will be fun for sure. I think that excites me. One piece of criticism for ESPN: can we get more BYU? I don't need 3 Arizona games to one BYU game. I don't need 3 Kansas games to one BYU game. You're treating BYU like they're NC State right now. Get the cameras to Provo. AJ DeBonsa, Rob Wright, and Richie Saunders deserve more love in this schedule.
That's extremely true. And the way this shapes out too, like I guess obviously I'm not a programming guy, anti-programming for what it's worth. Like they could have did like AC, they could have switched it up, right? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if you get the chance to do a big Monday, pick the yeah, I mean you want Duke, but like don't you want the best conference playing, like the Big Ten or
Yeah, there must be contracts with the conferences.
okay, that makes sense. Anti-contract guy for
Well,
what
they
it's worth.
used to be Big East for Big Monday. That was the thing.
Yeah,
So
Those are good times. But
Honestly,
yeah, I mean,
stock
look,
down Big East. RIP. Did Dan Hurley kill the Big East?
he killed college basketball if you ask some of the right people.
Yeah, that's very true. I still blame Isaac Haas for most of it, but Hurley's done his part. Do you want to give me your matchup you're most looking forward to and the matchup you're least looking forward to from these 12 games?
Least looking forward to Duke NC State.
Why? That seems like a fun game.
No, it's like you get to watch Cam Boozer, and then you get to watch a player that if I drank a fifth, I would convince myself is Cam Boozer.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Um, so yeah, that's probably my least favorite one.
Okay, Louisville NC State is my least favorite one. At least with Duke, I get to watch Duke, but to me, I don't know that I care about Louisville NC State. Duke Syracuse is another one because I think Duke's just going to win by 45, and that'll be non-competitive. The Big 12 matchups are all pretty great. I would say my favorite is definitely the BYU Arizona game. Looking forward to that. But Houston Kansas is one that seems to almost always come down to the wire. Duke and Louisville is going to be awesome on a big Monday for that first week, the very first game of this series. So, yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. Shout out to ESPN for this. Do we want to pick winners in this or do we not care yet?
Let's do winners. Why not?
Okay, let's go game by game. Duke or Louisville?
Duke,
I'll take Duke. Arizona or BYU?
BYU,
I'll take BYU. Syracuse or North Carolina?
North Carolina,
I'll take North Carolina. Kansas or Texas Tech?
Texas Tech,
I'll take Texas Tech. Are we ever going to disagree? NC State or Louisville? We both take Louisville.
Louisville.
Arizona or Kansas? I'll take Kansas.
I'm gonna take. I'm sorry we're doing the same, but I was gonna say Kansas too.
Syracuse or Duke? It's Duke.
Duke,
Houston, Iowa State. I'm taking Iowa State.
taking Houston.
Okay, there's our first disagreement. Louisville, UNC. Give me Louisville.
Louisville,
Houston, Kansas. Give me Houston.
give me Houston.
Duke, NC State. Give me NC State in an upset.
Backtrack here. Give me Kansas over Houston at home. Give me Duke over NC State by 90.
Iowa State, Arizona to end it, Arizona.
Arizona.
Should be fun. Big Ten, how will you respond? Topic two today. Let's talk some underrated college basketball players. This is a very rare moment in this podcast history card where I came up with this topic last night at the gym and I forgot where I got it from. I swear
Mm.
there was a prompt on social media somewhere where somebody was asking about the most underrated players in college basketball. Might have been another Jordan Stocks tweet. This might have been a Ryan Hammer thing. I don't even know where it came from. I should probably know. Do you know where this came from?
Was it Ralph?
You might have been Ralph. Did Ralph do this?
I thought Ralph was doing something associated with like guys taking leaps or something,
That was
maybe.
Leaps. I'm looking for underrated. Hold on. Let me
Oh, I didn't.
let's do what I always do when I can't remember where something came from. Let's go to Jordan Stocks. Jordan Stocks is Twitter. He's doing top 10 teams he doesn't see as consensus. No, he's not doing underrated guys. Who's doing underrated guys?
Maybe it's just you.
Are we doing underrated guys?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk most underrated players in college basketball. I want to come up with our list of the 10 players coming into the season that we think are most underrated coming into the season. That's
You
it. That's the prompt.
that's the prompt?
Simple as that.
Okay. All right. I'll start with my first one, and this is gonna be a litmus test if I'm actually able to do this. I'm gonna take Nicholas Avadalis, the Virginia Tech 6'9" freshman coming in. We're actually gonna be on Bleacher Report. I guess this is releasing later. I'm sorry, we're doing this a day ahead of time, so my apologies. But a big reason of why I am watching Virginia Tech this year is because of this kid. At 6'9" point guard, and I think that he is a kid that has a lot of ability. I think I think he's a good athlete. I think he's a good passer. I think he does a little bit of everything. Everything that I've seen from his film, I really like his game.
Is he underrated just because he's international and you think people don't know about him? Or why does he qualify as underrated to you?
I think people know about him. I think he's underrated because I think that he's a lottery pick.
Interesting. That's high. Okay. I respect that. The way I want to do this, by the way, a format we very rarely do. Normally we debate and try and convince each other of things. I just want your top five most underrated players, and I want
Hmm.
my top five most underrated players. My number one player is Nick Boyd.
It's a good one.
think he's going to step into the Greg Gard kind of ball in his hands role. Blackwell's going to be great, but Blackwell and Tanji were great simultaneously last year. I don't think anyone is projecting Nick Boyd to take a leap forward from what he was at San Diego State last year. One of the better guards in the country, in my opinion. One of the more underappreciated guards in the country last year. I think Gard has earned the benefit of the doubt when he takes a player like this that you have role player type expectations for. He can make him a star for one season, and that's where I think it's headed with Boyd.
It's a very good pick. Does that count though? Aren't people like kind of in on Boyd?
No, I don't think Boyd's on any sort of preseason All Big Ten expectations. I don't think he's anywhere in like Big Ten player ranking preseason stuff. To me, he should be.
Okay. Um, my second is Lawan Watts, for Texas Tech. Now he's gonna start, I think.
You got to sell me on how he's underrated. I think there's a lot of Lawan Watts hype.
Is there? I feel like not. Maybe it's because I talked to you, and you're not a Lawan Watts guy.
Yeah, that might be the sell. It might be that I straight up don't believe in this.
That might be me just trying to uh, convince you on him.
That's fair. Can you try one more time?
I just think that he is a like obviously I think it's gonna be very tough to replace a player like Darion Williams. But if he can clean up some of the turnover issues, I think he's a good passer. I think he rebounds well. I think that he's a player that's gotten better at every stop that he's been to. I think a lot of people wanted to say that he takes a Cedric Coward type leap. I understand that. I don't think it even gets to that. I just think that he is going to end up being the third best player on this Texas Tech team, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, possibly. Possibly. I feel like people love Watts.
I want to get you there so bad.
Well, I could buy that he's good. I just think everyone's expecting him to be good. Like, isn't he supposed to be in the NBA at the end of this year?
Is he?
I thought so. Give me a quick mock draft. Search and see if he's on mock drafts or not.
I don't think he is.
I don't care if you think he is. Give me a search.
I'm all right. I'm searching. I'm searching.
Give me a search.
He is not on mock drafts
Per who?
per ESPN.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll tolerate that. Okay. I don't know if you'll let me count this one. I think you should. I feel like most sophomores that did what he did as a freshman should be treated like they have all this hype to be sensational in the upcoming season, and this kid is not. I think it's John Mobley Jr.
Damn it, you took that one from me.
You were gonna get to him?
I was.
I feel like if John Mobley was not in Jake Diebler's arms, there'd be serious like first team All Big Ten talk with him. And maybe it's just because Bruce Thornton is still there, so he can't really be the designated first option. But he was like the most efficient shooter in the country last year for full stretches of the season. And there's a chance that he expands on that in a big way this year, gets more comfortable, doesn't hit the freshman wall. So, yeah, I will put John Mobley Jr. as my second answer here.
I got to sub somebody out. I did have him. Oh, I got a good stuff for him. Will you let Darion Reed slide here?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay by me.
Okay, I'd like to do Darion Reed then. Just a prospect who I was very high on coming out of high school, and honestly thought he would work out with Alabama. And he didn't necessarily shoot the ball well enough to play in that system, but I do think that he's going to be a big part of what Oklahoma is going to do this year. And I think that the athleticism is there. I think that the ability to run the floor and slash are there. I just think that the whole 3-point heavy system that Bama didn't necessarily work for him, but I think he's going to thrive at Oklahoma.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I have no issue with that. Third is a guy I've talked about on the channel before in the last couple of weeks that I am just higher on expectations wise for what his role will be than most people. Malachi Smith at UConn. Think he's going to end the season as UConn's starting point guard. He is not the sexy ad. All the talk is like the freshmen they brought in, Jacob Furphy, Braylon Mullins, even Ryby in the front court. Silas Demery is the guy that's expected to have a huge role. This is just role player expectations, and that's it. And I think he's going to be probably the best floor general pass first point guard that Dan Hurley's had his hands on, all the way back to Tristan Newton, maybe even including Tristan Newton.
Hmm. All right, I like that one. Let's see for my last one here.
Oh, we need two more.
Between, I think I only have one though. Didn't I go first?
We both have done three.
Oh, okay, cool. Bet. Uh, Once again, got to think if I wanted to do Trent Perry, but I know we did him as an impact guy on that list that we did. Does he still count?
Yeah, I can give you Trent Perry.
The other options that I wanted, Elijah Freeman and then Reed Bailey.
Trent Perry and Reed Bailey would be the two that I accept.
Except, all right, I will
But
start with.
I want to hear your like pitches on both though.
Okay, well, my pitch for Trent Perry is that I think that, depending on what UCLA does with their lineup, we're hearing all these things about how, Xavier Booker hasn't necessarily been the best at the center and they have the San Diego transfer. What if they just decide to go small again? And you have Dent, Clark, Perry, Daly, Billadau. I think that Perry was a kid I was very high on coming out of high school. A kid who, obviously with my USC fandom in the way back of my rear view of my three-seater vehicle, I was a very big fan of his. I think he can shoot the ball extremely well. I think that, playing off of Donovan Dent, he'd be a really good like second, third guy to kind of play off space the floor with Donovan Dent. And I think he'll be beneficiary of a lot of defenses paying attention to Donovan Dent
Okay.
and other guys on this team even too.
I support that message. I support that message. Okay. I will end with my two then. And I think you're going to be surprised by both. I'm going Colin Chandler.
Good pick.
I feel like even us included have just made him the butt of many jokes. But the more we see this offseason, they are using him as like a facilitator. He looks like the bounciest athlete on the Kentucky team. I'm not sold that the high profile transfer wings Pope brought in are any good. We haven't heard good things about Cam Williams or Diabate. Like Colin Chandler might just be better than them. Might just have a big role in this team. And Pope obviously has a lot of belief in him. He's the one guy he brought with him and wants to see his entire career through from when he committed at BYU. So Colin Chandler not getting any discussion preseason. I'll put him fourth. My fifth one is a name I straight up don't think we have even said on the channel this summer, other than in passing, to imply that this team doesn't have anything good. Taking former Loyola Chicago Rambler Jaden Dawson.
Oh, what the hell?
I'm taking Jaden Dawson. I think Jaden Dawson's actually kind of poppy.
This is coming from a spot that we do this way too much.
You liked him?
I wish I could share my screen right now. I was doing a quick exercise on his game logs against some of the better opponents. This is a kid that shot 30. This is a kid that shoots a lot of tough shots and shot 37% from three.
Yeah. And I think as much as Peterson's being talked about, I still view Peterson as a shooting guard, not a point guard on this team. And I think Dawson is going to have an opportunity for minutes in between them. He's got to beat out El Marco Jackson, who I think coming off the injury still might not be 100%. So give me Bill Self and Dawson figuring it out and having him be a key piece of this Kansas team.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. And then my last one,
You've
I
done
was thinking.
five now.
Oh, I have?
Do you know how numbers work, man?
No, not
I asked
sometimes
for
like.
five. You gave
Well, 'cause
three and thought you were done.
I get kind of scatterbrained.
You gave three, thought you were done. Then I said I need two more. You gave two, and now you're trying to give a sixth. Who's your sixth? Give me an honorable mention.
Jackson McAndrew.
I had his game logs pulled up.
No, you didn't.
He was my backup behind Dawson.
Or Twinsky, Twink.
Are you keeping? So now you got to decide. Avdalis, Lawan Watts, Darion Reed, Trent Perry, Reed Bailey, Jackson McAndrew. Who's left off? I think Watts is too good.
Yeah, I'll leave off Watts for Jackson McAndrew.
Okay. All right, we're gonna add Jackson McAndrew to your list. That feels pretty good.
I like it.
Good job with numbers. Third topic today is something that we verbally word vomited, and I think we spent 15 seconds of like discussion on this yesterday in the middle of a different segment, and then we were like, you know what, let's move on from it and maybe never come back to it again. I'd like to come back to it. If
Ah,
coaching was equal, If
Uh,
every single roster in the sport of college basketball for this upcoming season had the exact same coaching staff, pick whatever coaching staff you want. I don't even care. But shit, put every head coach in the country on one staff together. Let's group think this. If all the teams had the same coach, same ability, same acumen, same system, what rosters would be the best? That's what we're after here. I want to come up with our top 10 rosters in the sport. This is different than a preseason top 10 list because top 10 lists obviously take into consideration the coaching will elevate or drop certain teams. We are only after the rosters themselves here. Any questions before we begin debating this?
oh, this is gonna be something.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and get it out the way now?
I don't think I know what you're after here.
I think if any team has a McDonald's All-American as the ninth guy on their bench, they should be one and two in some order.
So you think Kentucky has the best roster in the sport?
No, I was seeing if you were gonna get there.
You think Michigan has the best roster in the sport?
I do not.
Say it.
I think UConn has the best roster in the sport.
Say it.
I think UConn has the best roster in the sport.
Why does UConn have the best roster? Who's
I
UConn's
think
best player?
who's UConn's best player?
Yeah, who's their best player?
Pick who you want.
I don't think they can have the best roster if you don't have an answer for who the best player is.
It could be Caravan, it could be Solo Ball, it could be Terrace Reed, it could be Silas Demery, it could be Braylon Mullins.
Okay, let's go down this path. So you think you
On the off the bench, I got Ryby, I got Malachi Smith, I got Jacob Furphy.
uh-huh, yeah. So you think UConn has the best roster in the sport.
Yeah,
And in your preseason poll, you have UConn fourth.
third.
So you think that Dan Hurley's coaching holds the best roster in the sport back from first to third?
Well, I did the exercise where I put them one, and then I docked them one for releasing a book, and then I docked them another one for Ryby getting his ass whooped every single day.
I think if you think UConn has the best roster in the country, they should be your number one team comfortably. They got the best coach in the sport. How could they be third in your poll and first on your roster?
Because Purdue has two first team All-Americans and possibly the National Player of the Year favorite.
Well, then that would be the roster they have.
But I'm going to the bench of Purdue, and I got a bunch of kids that get compared to Carson Edwards that aren't Carson Edwards.
Huh. My brain,
Ryby or Jacobson.
I think that honestly, probably Jacobson. From the summer talks, Jacobson's been better than Ryby.
Mm-mm.
Ryby's getting torched.
Mm. So who's the best roster in the sport?
I don't think it's UConn. I think they're up there. I think they're top three or four. I don't think it's Purdue either. I think they're close. I think you could make an argument for BYU. I think you can make an argument for Duke. I think you can make an argument for Houston, for Kentucky. I guess for UConn, and I guess for Michigan. I think those are the best rosters. But I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't UConn should be the number one team consensus if we think they have the best roster. So that doesn't feel right to me. And like if we're doing who's UConn's best player, the answer is like Alex Caravan. That doesn't feel like the best roster in the sport, even if they're really deep.
But Purdue's not the best roster in the sport.
You could convince me Purdue is. They might have the best starting five in the sport. And I also think Purdue's pretty deep. So I don't think Purdue's very far off. Um, but yeah, this kind of comes back to the talent conversation. Like if we're doing like first round picks, Duke probably has the most.
I think Duke might have the deepest team in the sport, the most talented roster in the sport.
You looking through names, I think there's a very real argument for that.
Yeah, they have like Dame Sarr might not start on this team, and he could be a lottery pick.
Cam Boozer, Dame Sarr, Isaiah Evans, Pat Nagongba, Caleb
Even like
Foster,
Nick Kamenia.
Caden Boozer, Nick Amenia, Darren Harris. These are all five-star guys. Sebastian
Yeah.
Wilkins.
I think Duke is the most talented roster in sport.
And I think it would make sense. Duke's not the preseason number one because there are still some Shire questions here.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's a good exercise.
Well, we're coming up with top 10, not just who's number one.
Well, Duke's won.
Just give me your other nine
No, I'm saying
quickly.
like us working through that the way we did, that was a good exercise. Not like let's end it. I'm saying like our thought process on that
I
resonates.
agree. This is a great episode. Who's number two?
Let's see. Probably it's either Purdue or UConn to me.
You're taking both those roster over Kentucky's.
I would go moving forward the next couple.
Houston's got a lot of five stars.
I go Duke one. I would go UConn two, Purdue three.
I don't really follow why UConn would be ahead of Purdue. I really don't buy that argument. I don't think
I just think the
because
bench.
they're not as deep as like Kentucky, and they're not
Are
as top heavy as any of the other teams in front of us.
I think they're just as deep as Kentucky. Jacob Furphy's the last guy on the bench, it feels like.
I guess.
One team doesn't have Brandon Garrison.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess it depends on how you feel about like Terrace Reed, solo ball as primary guys.
I was about to say, but it's Hurley. We can't do that though.
That's what I'm saying. Where the coaching's out of it. To me, but the way I'm viewing UConn is they're like the fifth or sixth best roster, and they get a bump up to three because Hurley's incredible.
That's
I think
fair.
you and I are flipped on the way we view that team, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. You and I just we flip flop, don't we?
Oh, look at us.
Look at us.
Why? Where's BYU in this conversation for you?
Oh, hand up. Forgot about my Provo guys.
Ridiculous roster.
Yeah, it is a ridiculous roster. Are they second?
I don't hate BYU second.
BYU second feels right.
Okay, Duke one, BYU two,
BYU two,
Purdue three,
Purdue three,
Houston four,
Houston four, UConn five,
Houston four, UConn five. I think Kentucky and Michigan should be six and seven in some order.
Michigan six, Kentucky seven.
Sure,
Still a ton, Gregory.
sure,
Sure, sure.
sure. Michigan six, Kentucky seven. Who else? Is there any team like outside the consensus top 10 that like I don't know for whatever reason has a top 10 roster but gets dinged? Like would North Carolina's roster be here if Hubert wasn't coaching them?
What about like Florida? Are we missing them or no?
They're not all that deep, but
Or what about a
like I think Florida gets the Todd Golden bump up to where they are in the polls.
okay, that's fair.
St.
That's fair.
John's?
I was just gonna say, are we I think St. John's has to be here.
St. John's eight. They feel like they belong in Michigan, Kentucky range.
Yeah, let's go St. John's eight. Let's go. Who else do we have here? How we feel about Arkansas's roster?
They could be there.
They could, but are they?
I think I found one of the ones I think is like kind of fun.
Creighton,
I kind of like the North Carolina mold here.
like that we like that we just don't like the coach.
Yeah, like I think I found one.
Let's do it.
Oh, except like the problem is we need to go outside the top 10 because Arizona should be here.
Yeah, their roster. I like their roster.
That roster's ridiculous.
Yeah,
So it's
go ahead.
probably just Arizona and Arkansas.
I think so.
But you know what? We're gonna make it 15 because I want to get to the fun ones.
Okay.
I think Ohio State's here.
Yes.
Don't you think Ohio State's here?
I've been telling you that.
I think they would be that high if they just had a better coach. I think North Carolina's here.
North Carolina is here. This is I've said many times in the past couple episodes that I like Ohio State, and then you hit me with a Diebler. Like that's what we really need to do. I need to bring up some teams I brought up, and then you rebuttal with a yeah, but that's their coach.
Yep.
So North Carolina and
I don't know
uh,
who else.
sorry, I'm just going a quick little scroll to the rosters here.
The next tier would probably be like the Floridas and Alabamas of the world. Florida honestly should probably already be here. Florida, let's put Florida 11 behind Arkansas. Ohio State 12, North Carolina 13. And then we need two more. Alabama?
Illinois make its way up here.
I don't know what to do with them. Do you think they're all that talented?
I mean, Mahalo, Kylan, Stojakovic,
We
Big
don't have
T.
Louisville.
Oh, what's up?
We
Oh
don't have
no.
Gonzaga.
Oh no. I'm so sorry, Cardinal Nation.
So you
I'm
think
so
Louisville stinks?
I'm so
So
sorry.
you think Michael Brown, who's a better player than Braden Smith in your own words, is on the 15th most talented roster in the sport? Yeah, that
Just
works.
just because they're not deep. If it was starting lineups, they have the best starting five in the country.
Where do you want Louisville on the list for real? You want to put them
Before St. John's.
before St. John's?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just bump everybody back one.
Arkansas, Florida, Ohio State, North Carolina, Alabama 15th. So in order, if coaching was equal, the top 10, top 15 rosters in the sport would be Duke, BYU, Purdue, Houston, UConn, Michigan, Kentucky, Louisville, St. John's, Arizona, Arkansas, Florida, Ohio State, North Carolina, Alabama. I think I like that.
That sounds right.
I think I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
One big thing presented by us and our merch store. Go get merch. You have 8 days remaining to place your order. It is pinned in our Twitter. In fact, Cart, let's check the merch store right now. Let's see if any new orders came in overnight. Do. I just refreshed the page. Ba 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 ba. Oh yeah, we are up to 34 orders that have been placed. 8 more days, 13 hours, 29 minutes, 8 seconds left to order your merch. Get it in. What do you have today? One big thing.
I want to shout out the good people of the Maui Invitational. Way to hear the noise. Hit one of these. Hit that Jose Mourinho. Way to hear the noise, okay? Because last year's field stunk. It stunk. All right. I watched Colorado. I didn't want to watch Colorado. You made me watch Colorado. And you rewarded me with Arizona and BYU in here and Ole Miss. And okay, maybe it's not as good as I've seen, but it's better than last year. So thank you, Maui.
You like this field?
Yes.
Washington, VCU, Providence, Ole Miss, Colorado State, Clemson.
And BYU and Arizona.
So basically, one good Big 12 game and six teams you're not excited to watch.
I'm very excited to watch
You
Washington.
said you didn't like watching Colorado last year, but you're hyped to watch Colorado State.
Ali Farouk Mahesh, yes.
This is just the preseason buzz building back up. You're excited. That's
Yeah.
what it is. That's cute. I like to see you happy. I like when you get all giddy for me. Oh.
That's you, a big thing.
I love you, Pink.
Uh,
My one big thing is, sometimes you gotta love a good anniversary card.
oh.
Just gotta love a cute little anniversary card. Like I got this little card here, and I'm just gonna put it on my work desk now. I'm gonna look at it, and in the middle of me ranting about like Jack Benter, I'm just gonna remember like, oh, my wife loves me.
That's nice. Can since you have that, do you happen to have a piece of paper near you?
No.
Because I got a riddle for you.
Go ahead.
I need you to draw a square with three lines.
Why?
Because you should be able to do it. I want to see you draw a square
You
with three
can't make a
lines.
square with 3 lines. There's 4 lines needed for a square.
Draw a square with three lines.
What's the payoff here?
I just want to see if you can
Why
do it.
don't you do it? You have paper right there.
I can do it.
So do it. Show me.
All right. Let me get the paper. Like I need them. No, I feel like this pen should work for this. All right. Ready?
I'm ready. The world is watching.
I need to draw. Sorry, I need a little base here. So
So you just drew a square and then you drew three lines.
I drew a square with three lines.
And you thought of that after I just said I love my anniversary card from my wife?
Got that ass. Got that ass.
That's the show. Carter won't be here until Monday. Thank God. We'll see you tomorrow.